ABC Weather Lab. Here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, it's going to be another cool, damp, foggy night ahead. Another cloudy one tomorrow and more rain on the way tomorrow night into early Wednesday. But hopefully we'll get some dry times Wednesday, Thursday. Not a whole lot of sunshine, at least through Friday, but the weekend is looking promising. More on that in just a bit. First off, big picture, we have a weather system coming out of the west that's producing snow at elevation and rain at lower elevations back across New Mexico, Colorado, and points to the north and west. And that energy will be traveling southeastward with time. Plenty of clouds across the area. Again, you can't see the clouds that well, but stratiform clouds back in, and that's probably going to change over to more of a fog situation as we go deeper in the night. Nonetheless, overcast skies through tonight. Tomorrow, maybe a break or two before the rains begin to move in with our next weather system. Patchy rain crossing the Sabine River at lunchtime, reaching most of Acadiana, we think, by drive time tomorrow afternoon. And the way it's worked out almost all winter long, the rains are coming in early, and they're also coming in a little bit harder than forecast, so keep that in mind. But we're just looking at scattered shower activity. Might see some rumbles of thunder near this area of low pressure that will develop across southern Louisiana tomorrow night through early Wednesday morning, but we're not looking at any severe weather nor heavy rainfall. The system moving quickly. Here we are at 7 a.m. Wednesday, and we might even see some sunshine early Wednesday, but clouds are going to dominate for a good part of the day. But most of Wednesday looking dry. I have rain chance still at 20% Wednesday just to cover us for first thing Wednesday morning. And then going into Thursday, more cloud cover and then eventually more rain chances as we get closer to Friday. Near term, here's the fog model forecast, and every successive model run really hitting on the fog, and it did also last night. We didn't see that foggy conditions across the area, so we'll keep that in mind, and we'll watch the trends this evening for reduced visibilities. Easterly winds coming in tonight will feed in that moisture from the Gulf, the Chaffalaya Basin on eastward. And look at this, a pretty slow burn off through noon tomorrow, so that's why we think we're going to see those gray skies continuing not only for tomorrow but for several days down the road. Here's the rainfall totals by the RPM model. This is the latest run, and the models have been consistent on a half-inch of rain or less. A model lightening up across the area, but I would say a half-inch, pretty good call, give or take a quarter-inch with this system. And the grounds are pretty wet. We've had a pretty wet January overall. We'll talk more about that tonight at 10. As we look ahead to tomorrow, though, a foggy start, maybe some breaks mid-morning, and then rain chances gradually ramping up as the day wears on going into tomorrow evening. So we'll go 90% tomorrow night for your rain chance, then down to 20% or less Wednesday. Thursday, maybe a few showers late. Friday looks a little wetter, especially early in the day. And this weekend, partly sunny skies, so Pierre C. Shadow may see his shadow first thing in the morning, Sunday morning on Groundhog Day. And then as we go into next week, still a changeable pattern, a little bit milder, but then getting colder toward the end of next week if the models are right, and we'll see if they stay consistent on that. But both long-term models at least are promising us a good-looking weekend, in between though unsettled. And then toward the end of next week, maybe a little bit of a hurrah here for winter, and it could be the last hurrah as you get into mid-February. After that time frame, it starts to warm up no matter what.
Hurrah and sayonara, all at the same time.
Yeah, it hasn't been too bad. So I think we're due for another freeze or two. Might see it by the end of next week.
All right, thanks, Rob.